What's up, guys? Paul here from Big Bang Bandalores, and I've got the VisViva here, which is real shiny and like blinding the camera. Basically what I'm looking to do is go over a few things with you guys and kind of show you what it looks like before we drop it tonight. So instead of me just posting some pictures and having a couple of specs up there, which they'll be listed, what I want to do is show you guys what it looks like. So there's a couple of main features that kind of make this a little bit different. So I've got two colors. Let me put this one together and I will show you. So we've got the high polished raw. Now this one is not polished yet, so this is how shiny it is right here. This is the dullest you're gonna see them because I've been playing with this one because this one's mine. And basically what I'm gonna do is I posted a picture of what one will look like when it was all polished up. They should have a nice mirror kind of finish to it. Now the 7075 does get these kind of rainbowy colors, which is cool, but it's hard to get it to like a perfect mirror, so I don't expect it to be like an Oxy 3 where they were real shiny, but what I want to do is have it come in, it looks really nice for you. So I want you to be like, oh, shiny, like you don't want to get fingerprints on it. Like I want that to be your initial reaction is, oh, this is too nice. I got fingerprints. So a couple of main things, obviously high walls, which I have done before. I know, I went high wall, low wall, high wall. It's gonna be a trend, I'm sorry. So basically the reason why we went high walls is I started kind of being inspired by a Fireball Saber Wing, actually. So this was originally gonna be a slimmer yo-yo that was gonna be responsive. We are taking that idea and going a different direction with it, but we will be coming out with something kind of like that eventually, hopefully. That'd be nice. We are prototyping one. But as for this, it turned into sort of a mid-sized bimetal. It was essentially an upgrade on the Endeavor. So the Endeavor is the same width, almost. There's about a 1 millimeter difference, but this has got about 5 millimeters in diameter on it. So this is 50, this is about 55. So they're about the same width, about 40. But this one's bigger diameter. Hey, I'm back. So my camera died. Basically what I was doing was comparing the Endeavor to the VisViva, right here. So basically I was just comparing the size of them. I believe I'll just edit them together. So this one's a little bigger diameter. The goal here was to have a Endeavor where this is a little floatier playing. This one's gonna have a little more of the competitive feel to it, but it has higher walls. So you're gonna get more of the weight distribution of a modern yo-yo, but you're gonna have the high wall kind of stability thing going on. Now the reason why I like that, some people say, oh, high walls is old school and it's low tech and whatever. It's a different feel. For me personally, I like low walls. They're super easy. You don't have to worry about it. But the nice thing with high walls is that if you mess something up, like if you're trying something real funky and it goes the wrong way, you can adjust really quick because the yo-yo is going to respond quickly to any lateral inputs that you put, like during side style, or if you're doing some front style stuff, which not a lot of people do, you can make those adjustments or go a different direction with it, which I like. You can also do flops easier, and in my opinion, suicides tend to open up much better. Now to compound on that suicides thing, what we did is we did a double response groove. So let me get one that's siliconed. So what I did is it's kind of an homage to the modders back in like late 90s, early 2000s when people, it might have been like 2003, 2004 when people were doing schmoove grooves. So essentially, you do another groove on the outside of your pad area or your silicone area, which it was usually pads at the time, and you do the secondary groove a lot of times on plastic yo-yos. So you would just do a lathe and cut it out. Now what that would do is it'd create kind of an air pocket, and it would reduce friction in that area. And what it would do is when you're throwing a suicide, it would allow it to open up a little bit more. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it's a little bit, and it is noticeable. I do have a prototype that doesn't have this, and I did them side by side because I was curious, like, does it really do anything? It actually does, which is cool. So basically what we were doing is combining that with the higher walls. So you get a little more controllability, should be able to open suicides up a little bit more. And giving you a little more size and weight to work with. So it's about 66 grams. It'll be a little lighter, a little heavier depending on what bearing you go with. Reason being is that the ceramic bearings are about a gram lighter than the steel bearings are. And so that's kind of the biggest upside, honestly, that people don't talk about for ceramic bearings, is that they're lighter. So if you're looking to get as much weight on the outside as possible, you know, you're putting brass rings on a yo-yo to get weight to the rim, and then you put steel in the middle when you could be putting ceramic in the middle. What are you doing? So anyway, people do like centering bearings. We do have center tracks in here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to call them center tracks, but people have been selling yo-yos with these for a while now, and they were available to me, and people like them, so I made them an option. If I'm not allowed to sell them, you just let me know and I will stop. So basically, I'm just trying to cause problems. Basically what we're looking at is this funky hybrid that I made between an old school yo-yo and a new school yo-yo. So on the old school end of things, it's got high walls, throwback schmoove grooves. You can obviously get a flat bearing with it, but I do offer the ceramic flat and also these center track ones. But then you're combining it with the bimetal with brass, which is cool, 7075, which is aluminum that's really only been used in modern throwing. And all the machining of like the shop that I have is definitely up to modern standards compared to some older yo-yos. So it's kind of this funky combination because it's dead smooth, which I am very happy about. I'm very picky with our shop, and that kind of drove up the prices for like the Endeavors because I do a lot of B grades. That's why we had the giveaways, and that's why I sold a lot of B grade Endeavors, is because I just cosmetic flaw them. I'm not the kind of person who's ever going to sell a wobbly yo-yo. If you ever get a yo-yo from me that is not dead smooth, you call me and I will send you a dead smooth one, and you can keep the crappy one. I don't even care. Please don't take advantage of this because I'm not going to make you prove it to me. But you can ask anyone if they received a yo-yo that was not up to par as to what they expected. I will fix it like right away. Don't care. Shit drives me nuts when someone gets a yo-yo that like isn't perfect. We had a couple of those gold Endeavors show up with like bubbles under the plating, and that's why I'm iffy on doing plated yo-yos again. But we had some issues with those gold ones, and I gave people, I was like, keep the gold one, I'll send you a new one, it's fine, whatever. Like, you get 2 yo-yos now. That didn't help me very much from a cash perspective, but the issue I ran into is that, like, I'm sending these yo-yos to people, and they're supposed to be, like, this awesome gold yo-yo, and then it's, like, flaked off. It drove me nuts. So, it happened on a very small percentage of them. It was something that they warned me might happen, but we tested all of them. I, like, touched them all before I polished them again. They seemed fine. So I think it was just in shipping or something, they got a little beat up, and you know what? You receive something that wasn't perfect, you're gonna get it fixed. So yeah, that was a little tangent. Awesome. So what we're doing tonight is we are going to release the VisViva down here. These links, wherever I put them. It's gonna be on the Big Bang Bandolor's website. We are going to start the pricing at $99 for a 7075 with brass rings in it. The only thing that's going to cost any more than $99 is if you upgrade the bearing to like a ceramic, or if you go with a center track, it'll be like $10 more. What I'm going to do is I will include the leather bags, obviously. I've made that kind of a staple of the brand now. I do like it a lot for our more expensive yo-yos. So brown, black. I do have a few creams left, but I think black with the raw, and then this moss green with the brown. It's nice looking right there. Yep. So yeah. Oh, obviously you guys want to see the colors. So these are our 2 colors. We've got 9 of these going up tonight, and I've got 20 of these going up. I've got people asking me to reserve these for you. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. So if you want these, you got to grab it tonight. You will notice, because I just flashed this one's got a laser engraving on it that looks terrible because you can barely see it. The production ones do not have that. This is a prototype of mine that I am keeping. This is a production one right here, smooth and shiny, nice. So I'm gonna polish these puppies up. One thing I will say is that these high polished ones, I'm going to spend at least an hour on each yo-yo. I have a drill with an axle on it, and I use Brasso and gloves, and I go to town for like an hour, and I gotta recharge my battery every like 30 minutes because the drill dies. But I get these things shiny. So same thing that we did with, you guys saw like the silver and the brass endeavors and stuff, like when I polished them up. I'm gonna do the same treatment to these puppies. So those should look really nice. And yeah, I'm excited for the drop. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to do more of these, if you guys want me to shut up and never do these again, just let me know. I'm gonna link this from the Instagram because I have like 4 followers on YouTube, even though I've got like 1,200 followers on Instagram, because I haven't posted much to YouTube. So I'd like to make this an ongoing thing. I will make another video that kind of explains that, because I'm gonna cut this one off under 10 minutes. And buy a VisViva, please, pretty please. I'd like to make more yo-yos, so please purchase my current ones. Thank you. Peace out.